Hello students. So today we are going to continue with the topic wildlife and forest and wildlife. So let us take a look at what each of these groups needs or gets out of the forest. So we discussed about the stakeholders in the last class. The local people need large quantities of firewood, small timbers and thatch. Bamboo is used to make salts, slats for huts, and baskets for collecting and storing food materials. Implements for agriculture, fishing, and hunting are largely made of wood. And also, forests are sites for fishing and hunting. In addition to the people gathering fruits, nuts, and medicines from the forest, their cattle also graze in this forest areas or feed on the fodder which is collected from forest. So it is forest has been beneficial and is still beneficial for many stakeholders, like for the farmers, for the local people, making firewoods for the farmers and for the grazing of the animals. Do you think that such use of forest resources would lead to the exhaustion of these resources? Do not forget that before the British came and took over most of our forest areas, people had been living in this forest for centuries. They had developed practices to ensure that the resources were used in a sustainable manner. After the British took control of the forest, which they exploited ruthlessly for their own purposes, these people were forced to depend on much smaller areas, and forest resources started becoming overexploited to some extent. Before the Britishers invaded India, people were mostly living in forests. People were using the forest resources, very wisely and very effectively, keeping in mind that these are limited resources and these takes time to be renewed. They were that much smart enough, but Britishers used it very ruthlessly, exploited the resources, and started the forest resources started depleting. The forest resources in independent India took over the British, but local knowledge and local needs continued to be ignored in the management practices. Thus, vast tracts of forest have been converted to monocultures of pine, teak, or eucalyptus. In order to plant these trees, huge areas are first cleared of all vegetation. This destroys a large amount of biodiversity in that area. Not only this, the varied needs of the local people, leaves for fodder, herbs for medicines, fruits and nuts for food, can no longer be met from such forest. So, like if a large area has been removed or has been wiped off, then the biodiversity is also affected, and the resources cannot be obtained from those places, like herbal medicines, or then fodders for the animals, grazing of the animals, bamboos. Such plantation are useful. Fruits and nuts. Such plantation are useful for the industries to access specific products and are an important source of revenue for the forest department. Do you know how many industries are based on forest reserve? Produce a short count reveals timber, paper, lac, and sports equipment. Industries would consider the forest as merely a source of raw material for its factories, and huge forest groups lobby the government for access to these raw materials at artificially low rates. Since these industries have a greater reach than the local people, they are not interested in the sustainability of the forest in one particular area. For example, after cutting down the teak trees in one area, they will get their tree from the forest farther away. They do not have any stake in ensuring that one particular area should yield an optimum amount of the some produce for all generations to come. What do you think will stop the local people in behaving in a simple manner? So in the next class, we'll continue with the discussion of the forest and wildlife. This was